Hello everyone, it's Melissa. Happy New Year. I am back and I have done a couple layouts already this year and I am just loving my plugging along process trying to get through 2017. This in fact will be my last layout for 2017. All I'll have left to start and sit down and do is my December project life. All my goal is to keep it simple and be done and have all of my holiday stuff packed away for next year by the end of January. So that's completely realistic. December daily will probably take me a week, give or take. It's a little bit of a process, as most of you know. So yeah, I've got plenty of time. And like I said, this is my last layout for 2017 before I start December daily. And so yeah, then I'll get all my December stuff, Christmas stuff, holiday stuff packed away and really do a good cleaning on my craft rooms. So let's get to it. This will be a 12 by 12. I am in fact, and if you have been following me for a little while, you know, for some crazy reason, I am hooked on using this close to my heart You Rock paper pack. It was a collection from, I don't know, I've been using this for almost 10 years. No joke. And so it's maybe not quite 10 years, but I have used it every New Year's Eve layout for years. And I'm just making my way through it. I only have a small bit left. So to be quite honest, this may be in fact the last time I get to use this. So I went ahead and started by cutting a cut file. This is in fact going to be my third layout in a row using my Cameo. I'm super impressed with myself. You know, I'm all about trying to use up what I have and, you know, just being more realistic with the stuff I've got. So using my Cameo 3 layouts in a row for me is huge. So I took the cover off and I'm just busting at it. So this is in fact a confetti cut. I saw this on a layout I believe Missy Whidden did. And it was from the store. You just put like confetti background, I believe, in the search. And so here's, I'm sorry, it's in the plastic, but you know, I have a new mat and so my mat is super sticky. So I have this in here to try and flatten it out. It's been under a heavy pad of stack of papers and whatnot. So it'll be ready to start crafting here. But yeah, my thought is to back it up because this is actually thinner pattern paper. So my thought is to back this file up on this mustard orange that came in the collection. This is all part of this You Rock collection. This is actually the color scheme here. It's very, very, very pretty. Love it. But so I'm going to use the mustardy orange. I'm going to bring in navies and in fact black because you guys, I treated myself to something on clearance from Michaels. I can honestly say I don't believe I have any New Year's Eve related product. I always tend to stick to glitter, confetti type looks, also, and we go nowhere. So this was a significant year because I let my kids stay up till New Year's. I'm 10 and 13 and we finally caved and he fell asleep for a couple hours waiting on the couch, but then woke up about a half hour before midnight and so yay. Anyways, so I treated myself to these two things from Michaels. They were on clearance and part of their holiday, closeout. So this says Happy New Year. It's a washi. And then this one has some party hats on and things like that, blowhorns that are going to coordinate great with this collection. If you can see, it's like a blue based. So even though this collection reads heavy on the navy, I'm going to bring in black as well. I printed my photos in black and white, so the sky is really the limit as far as that goes. I used a fun bokeh filter that I have from an app. And these are the 3 photos I'm going to scrap. And I also had a free printable from Ellie Studio, and I'm going to attempt to use this too. Oops. I'm sorry about that. I printed this from my computer, from my printer, and it's a freebie. And I'm going to attempt to use some of these embellishments on my page. So yeah, we'll see where this goes, you guys. I have a couple stamps that say cheers. I have a couple stamps, I don't know. I have some clock embellishments. I have a tendency to use clocks because obviously this is significant for countdown. So yeah, stay tuned. Okay, bye. Okay, so popping in here quick to say that, you know, having my cut file be so curled up proves to be extremely difficult. So one of the things that I wanted to share as far as how I got this far is that I use these binder clips, you know, Walgreens or Walmart, wherever, your big box stores, and super inexpensive. But so I use these, and so what I did was, so far this is all I have done, and I went ahead and lined up my pattern paper. Even though it was so curly, I did my best to line it up. I binder clipped on 3 sides, you know. I went ahead and picked the circles. I put this down. I picked the circles that I wanted to put some little Powell glitter paper behind, a handful. And then after I glued those, it was easiest for me to do my best and align the paper back up, put a clip on here, and peel this up. It's not adhered, so I'd peel this up and put a little bit of Tombow Mono in the middle. I pressed that down real well, let it sit, and then gradually moved my way out, just peeling little bits up at a time to flatten it out, add a clip onto the edge, and get it as best as possible down onto my cardstock. Yeah, I run into this every time I pull out a new cutting mat. You know, I love how sticky it is, of course, but then peeling it off, you know, even this file, there's tears and stuff, but those types of things I have to just let go. Or, I mean, if they're bad and significant enough, I've never recut a file. I've always just covered it up with something. So yeah, just something to think about. It's a little bit, maybe it'll help you out, because I know I'm not the only one who has, you know, issues with curling paper and a sticky mat. So all right, so yeah, here's what I got so far. I am loving it, and at this point, this is going to come together very quickly because the background was my hump, and I've made it over that. So, all right. Hello, I'm back, and I have my layout finished, and I'm going to go ahead and share it. So this was a 12 by 12. I'll go ahead and do a close-up overview, and I will go ahead and start explaining. So here we go. So I showed you before that I adhered my cut file paper, pattern paper, which was from the U-Rock Close to My Heart collection, onto a piece of the like mustardy orangey yellow cardstock. This is a Stampin' Up. It's a perfect plum, matched nicely with the pattern paper from the collection. And I just used strips of the paper, the cardstock, with my Stampin' Up scallop border punch, and made a couple strips and went around 3 sides, and then I just like mitered the corners, if you can see that. Super easy. And then I ruffled up the edges. So I did it on the 3 corners, not on the bottom. So here was part of the LE Studio cut file. This was part of the LE Studio cut file. This as well. So this says cheers, I'm sorry. And I put one of my epoxy stickers on top to make it look like a piece of flair. This says ringing in the new year. This was part of the LE Studio collection, says countdown, and this 2018 was part of the collection. The stamps that I used was this one from Kelly Perky. I don't know if it's still available, but it's called We Are Blessed, and if it is, it will be in her shop at kellyperky.com. And I stamped that on white with a navy ink that says Celebrate, and this one was a Pear Pizzazz from Stampin' Up, and this one says #blessed. Stamped on white, cut out. The other stamp I used is from Felicity Jane. This one is called Felicity, and I used a Reason to Smile, and that I stamped right here on my photo. Excuse me. And I used VersaFine Onyx Black ink. The next stamp I used is this old paper tray ink. This one is called Signature Greetings, and I used I'm So Grateful for You. And that again I stamped on my photograph with the black VersaFine ink. I backed this photo up with a red cardstock from my stash. I used a scrap of a Studio Calico overlay frame. Just put it back there. These two clocks are overlays. Not sure where they're from, but maybe Jenny Bolin, really old. Just keep them, and like I said, I usually use them for New Year's. I did my journaling here, and here, and here. I broke it up. Now for me, I like things to be wonky. I like things, you know, this all shows movement going off the page here, like on the top. All signifies movement. And even like this messy string, you know, that in my mind signifies movement as well. So here's what the epoxy stickers look like. I ended up using both of these washies that I mentioned I got from Michael's. I used a little bit here to bring in some of the colors, and another one at the bottom here. And I stapled it with my American Crafts gold staples. This was a piece of pattern paper that I just tore and roughed up the edges from the You Rock collection, kind of to try to bring all of these colors full circle. This behind here is a polka dot pattern paper from the collection. This is a Tempting Turquoise behind here from my stash, kind of to go with this cut apart that was from Ellie's Studio. These hearts were just leftover bits of scrap that I had cut from this Powell glitter paper. And I just used some gold thread from my stash and wrapped it around there. And my journaling says definitely a New Year's to remember. First time we let the littles stay up and ring it in. And then I said, here's to another year making wonderful memories. And Christian fell asleep for a bit and managed to wake up just in the nick of time. And so I really, really, really like how it turned out. I'm super happy with it. I was able to use that collection, and in fact I have a lot left, because really the only papers that I used were this background sheet. So now I have no more 12 by 12s left. This is what I have left. So it'll have to be you know, just making scraps and using for behind photos. But don't be surprised if it rears its little head come next year. So anyway, I'll give you another once over, and yeah, I just love it. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. I'll do my best to answer them. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love it. And also I will put the links to my Facebook page and my Instagram. I will put those in the description box below. And subscribe, guys. I love having and hearing all your feedback. This is a great community. So this is my last layout, full layout for 2017. I have Project Life Style December Daily coming up for December, and that will be a wrap. So yeah, I'm gonna get started on that here in the next couple days. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.